Hi, this is Ren,
This is Casey.
and this is All Walks of Film. So, Casey, what do you think of Disney? Like, as a company?
You know, they're evil, but they make good movies. But they're evil.
Now, do you like watching Disney movies on Netflix?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, check this out. Disney, trying to join into the streaming competition, is now going to pull all of their stuff from Netflix and start their own service.
Now, how much is it going to cost? $130 a month?
I'm sure they're going to keep it at a low cost.
Are you sure they're not just going to keep vaulting their material? Even online?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that.
So we knew this was going to happen when online users started turning away from cable towards, online channels like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, that kind of thing. Because now you can pay for more of what you actually want for a much lower price, and you can pick what you pay for, you can watch what you want when you want it. But of course, there's going to be a lot more competition coming in. There's going to be services that are far more niche, I guess. So it's like, oh, you can pay more just to have art house films. You can pay more just to... Dude, there's one where really I think the only draw is that they have Veronica Mars. I think that's like the only thing that they have to draw from, which doesn't seem like it's worth paying $10 a month for. But now, all those charges are going to start adding up when you have more and more services. Maybe not to $130 a month like with cable, but when all of a sudden it's like, oh, and by the way, it's going to be a completely separate charge just to watch Disney.
Yeah, one of the things that I really like about streaming services is I get to choose what I want to watch when I want to watch it. And it's really cool with like Netflix and stuff like that there is like a selection of a variety of stuff. I have a little bit weirder tastes than general audiences because I'm a film person. So I really like getting into, like art house film, some of the more obscure horror films and stuff. And I've considered stuff like Shudder. That's a horror service that offers some of the more rare like horror films and stuff like that.
But it's like one a month, isn't it?
No. Shudder offers like a whole bunch of stuff, and they offer like Grindhouse and like Uncut. Like it's a pretty good service. The problem is it's just too much. Like, it's this service and this service. And yes, I understand that you don't want to monopolize the streaming industry, but like at the same time, it's just like, people are going to shut off.
Because people already have to pay so many bills every month. You're just adding more and more and more different bills that they have to pay.
Yeah, exactly. And granted, there are always going to be those like rich guys that are going to be able to afford it. And
well, it's
but
also
like most of the...
It's also, just the keeping track of how much you spend every month kind of a thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But a lot of those people are like, they're not really invested in what they watch. They just kind of like, get everything. And then they're just like, oh, I can watch this and this and this. Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing that I will say is there's an upside and a downside to this, in my personal opinion. I think the upside of Disney shifting their services to a separate service is it will force a lot of the Netflix viewers and stuff to maybe broaden their horizons and what they watch. Because let's face it, there are some people who watch Marvel movies and Disney movies. Mm-hmm. There's more out there than that. But at the same time, now they have a service where they can only watch that, and they might do that.
Yeah, and for me, I think that the upside would be, I'm anticipating that since it's only going to be Disney, we're going to be getting, Disney movies, we're going to be getting live action films, we're going to be getting older films, maybe a lot of their TV programming, like maybe we could be streaming Gargoyles. That would be really fucking rad. I'd love that. And, you could get any Disney movie you want at any time. You don't have to worry about renting it from Redbox and having it be all scratched up from little kids kind of thing. But at the same time, it just seems to be kind of another way to monopolize,
Right, and this is especially coming off the heels where we thought Netflix was going to get all the Disney.
Yeah, I mean, they've been getting more and more Disney as time goes on, and I was really excited because when I got Netflix, literally the first thing I did was I looked up a Disney movie. I think it was The Great Mouse Detective was like the first one I did, and then I just like kept looking at Disney movies and realizing that they have no Disney movies at all. And then once it, some Disney stuff started coming in little by little, she's like, oh, look, it's there. Oh my God. I can watch Moana at home. Finally. Yay.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy. You can watch Rogue One right now on Netflix, which...
For what you can.
Yeah, exactly. But, that's a new film. Now, this service is supposed to come out in 2019. So, this isn't, imminent doom, right now. And I'm sure Netflix is going to try to make some deal with Disney to try to keep some of this stuff on, because that could scare away potential people, especially people with little kids and stuff like that.
That's the thing, is because now all of a sudden you're talking about parents who have kids who are struggling to make ends meet, and now all of a sudden, they have Netflix on, so then they don't have to buy cable and their kids can have stuff to watch, but all of a sudden, half the content for their kids is going to be gone. What, that's going to be another charge for, potentially, struggling parents, single parents, that kind of a thing?
And you might even get parents that just switch services. They'll get off Netflix and then
which means they can't watch anything ever again.
Yeah, Disney really doesn't offer much in the realms of adult content.
Yeah, it's like, oh great, I could watch, a Star Wars movie again, or I could watch Pirates of the Caribbean again. Maybe I could watch a Marvel movie if there's one I really like again. And that's about it.
Yeah, another thing is I'm pretty sure that they're going to be offering original content as well, which I don't know what extent that goes. Now, I know with the release of Okja, there's been a big debate over streaming a movie when it's in theaters.
Okay.
And
I'm all for it, honestly. I like being able to, because you still pay for it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you're paying for the service a month, but yeah, essentially you're still paying for it, and it allows for films, especially films as weird as Okja, to reach a broader audience.
Yeah, and I also like it for movies that you can buy and rent, sort of a thing. Like if you could rent something on Amazon Prime while it's in theater, sort of a deal.
Yeah.
I think that's really, for not giant blockbuster movies, that's really the best way to get a lot more people to actually watch your film.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, oh, I could pay, instead of paying $24 for me and my boyfriend to go see it at a movie theater and buy popcorn and concessions to be surrounded by a bunch of people who are making noise the whole movie, or maybe we don't live near a theater, or we can't find a theater that's playing it, blah, blah, blah. You could spend $8 and watch it from the comfort of your own home anyway.
Yeah, well, especially with the, art house films, because, let's face it, art house films don't make a ton of money in the theater. Mm-hmm. They never will.
Right.
Every once in a while, you'll have, My Big Fat Greek Wedding or Get Out or something like that. Something that, makes a substantial amount of money. But more often than not, providing these on streaming services just means more exposure. Now, Amazon is actually releasing their films before they release them on their streaming service. Netflix is doing something a little bit different. I don't know what Disney is going to do, but I guarantee you they're probably going to do whatever rakes in the most bucks, which means they'll probably release it in theaters and then put it on their service way after.
Yeah.
Because, well, I'm not sure, because this essentially is trying to fight, online pirating, as well as people just waiting for things to come on to streaming, because a lot of people don't buy physical media anymore.
Right.
I'm definitely somebody who still does, because, yeah, that great movie that you want to watch? Yeah, it might be gone next month. I don't like having that. I want to watch movies when I want to watch them, so I buy them. Mm-hmm. I also like extra features, which, unless you have a service like Filmstruck, you're not going to get. You're just going to get
And that's
the
something
movie.
that I really want to know about their Disney services. Are you going to have the ability to look at special features? Are you going to have the ability to, listen to it in different languages kind of a thing. Because I'm really dying to actually watch the whole Aladdin movie in Arabic, because it's freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really phenomenally good. I want to listen to the whole movie that way.
Yeah, we'll put a link on it in the description, because I've seen a couple of the songs, and the performers for the Arabic Aladdin are really damn good.
They're really
and
damn
spot
good.
on.
Yeah, absolutely. And they really go out of their way to write the songs as songs first. Like, they're still true to the song in spirit, but it's not just a literal translation put to a tune. You know?
And that's where some of the other songs, like, kind of falter and fail. Like,
I mean, that's always going to be the case when you have dubbing for music. It's
right.
just always going to be the way it is.
Yeah, I gotta say that it'll be really interesting to see what this service is, how much it's going to cost, how much they're going to offer, and what original content they're going to offer on there. Because, you know, it's possible that, you know, original shows are going to come on, and they might do something to try to hook you in. Like, you know, oh, we have a new season of Gargoyles that you can only watch on
They're not going to do that,
service.
but I was thinking they might be like, oh, hey, I know that we actually had an ending for Gravity Falls, but we're making a new season of Gravity Falls, but you can only watch it if you pay for it. That'll get a lot of people to come back to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's possible that they might go to, they might grab some of their more niche shows and try to revive them just to get that culty internet crowd as well. Like,
but the reason why
I said another season of Gummy Bears or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But the reason why actually Gummy Bears might be a good one, because that was only like a couple of seasons, and lately it's gotten more and more of a following. But with Gargoyles, I was just saying that's not going to happen because they actually already did that, and it sucked.
No.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, DuckTales is actually really freaking awesome now.
Okay.
And
what do you mean now?
There's a new DuckTales show.
Oh.
On now, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is a duck in the show.
What? Okay, I was gonna kick your ass for insinuating that DuckTales was ever not awesome, but goddamn, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, getting Lin-Manuel Miranda to do some of their work is probably financially one of the best decisions that Disney has made outside of